Yeah,
We
so
did
there's
a lot of road
potential.
trips together, and we do really well on road
That's
trips.
good. That's
We do.
good. That's good. You guys actually have been doing really well together in alone time.
Lately, yeah, we have.
Okay, so that's encouraging. So tell me about that. What's been different?
Did we talk about this in one-on-one?
No.
Because I always feel like
I know.
I always,
I know what you're saying, though. Because you
Did
know what I
answer this
told
question
you.
already?
He answers a question one way in individual session, and then I come to present it to family session, and he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, wait a minute, we already talked about this.
Yeah.
No, we didn't really talk about.
But
We didn't talk about this.
okay, so what was the question? The question was, why am I having an easier time getting along?
Yeah. What's made it easier for you?
I think a while ago, I always said, I'm like, Mom, we just need a reset. Like, we need a reset button. Right now, we're in this sort of loop. We're in this loop of just, I'm mad at you, you're mad at me, and we need a reset. And I'm like, you should let me move out. You should let me move somewhere. You need to let me, be on my own for a little while. We just need a hard reset. And I feel like that's what Palm Shores is doing for me right now. I feel like being in here, sort of, being away from each other, having time to think things over, having time to process things, having time for, especially, I don't know about you, but for me, having time to grow, having time to change things that I've needed to work on. So I feel like, coming back now, it's much easier than it was before.
Okay.
For us to cooperate, because we just got that reset that I felt like we needed.
Okay. So here's a question then. You had also gotten the reset when you went to Portugal for 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how long was it before, when you came back from Portugal, that things started getting worse?
Do you want to answer that?
8 weeks.
So 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
So, that's interesting. So 6 to 8 weeks. So what happened after 6 to 8 weeks?
It's not as much for me about what happened after 8 to 6 weeks. It's more about what didn't happen in Portugal. I was over at Portugal. I was dancing. I didn't have any time to reset mentally. I was still. It was constant, just class. There was no downtime.
Right. Okay.
So when I came back, I was right where I left off. When I came back home, we were right where we left off. I didn't get a break from, I talked to you almost every day too. We did. I went sometimes we went maybe a week or two, but mostly we talked every day. So for me, it didn't feel like a reset. It just felt like
maybe once a week.
no, but still, it didn't feel like I wasn't getting therapy over there either. I wasn't getting therapy, and this therapy's helping. So that's really, this is.
And
I feel like
I think what happened is when he came back, there were a lot of exciting things. I said, okay, I'm going to get you a new phone. And he said, well, you're really chill. But I didn't think I was, but maybe I was. I wasn't on edge. And so, I said, okay, we're going to get you a new phone. He had his debit card. We're going to put money on the debit card. You've got a lot of freedoms, but school, behavior at home, just, not tearing apart the house or the kitchen. And it was hard for him. And so he was able to do that. It's hard for him to, clean up his mess. And,
so it was hard for him to follow the rules?
The rules, yeah. And when I say the kitchen was a mess, you have no idea. It looks like raccoons went in there. It's beyond anything you can imagine. And so it takes a lot of effort. And, I think you just got tired of trying, right? Putting in that effort, right? And then I started to say, okay, well then,
well, the good
I'm
thing
backing off on
being here
benefit.
at Palm Shores, it's like a lot of things that I hate to do, I sort of have to do. Like, I got to get up in the morning, and sometimes I wake up and I'm like, screw it, I'm not making my bed, but I always do. Because I don't want the write-up. I don't want the write-up.
Right.
I wake up in the morning, I make my bed, always get out of my room by 7 o'clock. We wake up at 6:30. Sometimes I'm a minute or two late, but you always manage to not get. I always manage to dodge the write-up.
Okay.
So,
And see, and here's one thing that I just feel like, I love our beds made at home. I make my bed every morning. Lucas makes his bed because I think when you go in your room, you feel a sense of accomplishment and you feel more organized. And, you know, every night before we go to bed, we pick up our things. Where, you know, I feel like that's going to be, if I asked him to make his bed, and it's just pulling up a comforter and putting your clothes, but that's going to be an enormous issue.
That will be, or that has been?
It has been.
Okay.
I would be hesitant to ask him.
I wouldn't say enormous.
Would you? But you wouldn't agree with that, and you would say, "Why do I have to make my bed? It's about you. It's not about me. What difference?" And then we get in these debates.
Sure.
So how do you handle something like that, where you're in a house and I want the bed made, and he doesn't agree with the rule and thinks it's stupid?
Go ahead.
I think a lot of that is what I was talking about, the whole reset. A lot of the reasons why I didn't want to follow a lot of your rules, I can follow a rule that I think is pointless. Sure, I still think it's pointless, and I still don't really want to do it. But then, not only back then, say however many months ago, not only did I think that it was a pointless rule, I was also just mad at you. I was just pissed, just because of everything that we'd been through. You know, just everything that we'd gone through. We were just in this cycle that's gone on for years of just, you know, just us arguing back and forth. And yeah, we have good moments and good days, but it's always it's still there. I never really healed from that like I have now being in here.
Oh, okay.
It's just, you know, this cycle. So just, you know, now.
So what if I said to you, Alex, it makes me really happy, and
Wait, can you? I want to hear what he was saying, and then we'll get back to that right then.
Now it doesn't seem like a big deal.
Really?
It used to. I mean, of course, now it used to. Anything you'd say that would even just a little bit piss me off, because it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. We're just in this cycle, and it's like the snowball rolling down the hill. It's just all balled up, and now I feel like just being here is giving me such a release. And I honestly, like, I didn't think the program was going to work with the therapy that we've gone through. Everything, it helps a lot.
Wow.
Just being away from home for a little bit, not only am I more appreciative, but I've gained a new perspective. I've, you know, learned multiple new coping mechanisms, and I feel like I'm so much more together than I used to be. I'm a lot more, you know, I'm so much more put together. I don't even know how to say it.
I really do.
But you do hear it.
But it's like,
absolutely. I mean, we know each other intimately.
It's like I was putting before. It's like I was trying to shove these puzzle pieces that, you know, that couldn't go together. I'm trying to shove these puzzle pieces that wouldn't go together, and I'm trying to make it fit. And I'm so focused on these two pieces because I can't see the whole board.
Sure.
And now being in here, it's just widened my view and my spectrum of things. And now, no, this isn't supposed to go. This goes over here, and this goes over here, and now it's all coming together. And I just feel, I really like just
empowered.
Yeah, empowered, changed.
Yeah.
Just I feel so much more knowledgeable about what I need to do and how the world works.
And you know, too, maybe your confidence, because Alex is a great kid. He is a good kid.
Yeah.
From the time he was a baby, he always wanted to please, but he's always taking my emotional temperature.
Right.
And I want him to, he makes
Exactly.
good
Exactly.
decisions.
Yes, exactly. You know, because
It's not about me.
You know, being in here by myself was really hard for me at first, because everything that I do, Peter Stark used to say this. He says, our generation now is so reliant on other people. Individuals are so reliant on others, because if you're at the store and you want to decide whether to get the green shirt or the red shirt, you text up 50 of your friends, or you text your mom, you know,
Right.
Mom, what do I do? Mom, how do I do this? Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You never have to solve anything for yourself. Being in
Right.
here, you know, there's so many times where I remember writing a something or trying to solve a problem with the staff. I've always thought, you know, man, I need to wait until I talk to Mom to do this, because I want to ask her about. But I end up just doing it by myself.
Sure.
Doing things by myself. Now, you know, of course, I have trial and error, and I fail sometimes, but.
So what does that do for you when you do things by yourself?
Oh, it's very empowering.
Okay.
I feel not only, you know,
I'm so proud of you.
not only am I am I more confident in my ability to do things by myself, but I see that it's possible for me to succeed, and that it's okay to fail sometimes, because you know, I feel so much more independent. I feel like I can be my own person.
Definitely.
And I still appreciate my whole life. I've been just, I think I told you this, when I was really depressed, and these thoughts of you know, just not wanting to live anymore, just being so down on myself. The thing that always pulled me back was some external thing, like, because of it would always be, oh, I have this friend, or oh, you know, this. I would never hold on to life because of myself. It was always because of someone else. And now I feel like I can just go on by myself. I feel like I can take input from other people, but I take it as a grain of sand, or I take it as a grain of salt. I'm self-powered now. I'm self-propelling, and I can move forward on my own accord.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know,
that's
I feel like,
amazing.
yeah, I feel like
so good,
that
Alex.
if I were to be in a position where I'm hanging from a cliff now, I'd be holding on, and I'd be pulling myself back up for me, not because of anybody else, because of me, because I want to.
Wow.
Yeah, and taking it before, like...
Are you still going? Because we should show this to the treatment team.
Is that why you're saying this?
No!
Okay,
But I'm like,
I
that
hope
sounded
not.
so good!
Alex, you have to be honest.
No, I'm so true. I'm so honest, because it's like... For real. It's like, I said this, as soon as I said this, and you're like, wow, that's good. I'm like,
Okay,
I'm not going to remember all this. No, I'm not going to remember all this to say to the treatment team. Because
how about this? I'll put it into my notes, okay?
I want to, here's the thing. Because this is how I feel. It's like, sometimes I'll write a really good poem, right? I'll write a really amazing poem, and as soon as I want to show it to someone, it's gone. It's gone. Okay. And I've had this, you know, it's like a revelation. I have all this figured out now, and it's all clicking in my head right now for this second. And I feel like when I go into treatment team, they're like, Alex, how are you doing? I'm just gonna be like, oh, I feel really good. Like, I'm not gonna be able to say
why.
Well, yeah. I just, you know what I mean? I don't want to lose it. Like, I have this. I'm just afraid that it's gonna go away. You know what I mean?
It comes
And
from the
so
heart,
here's
it
a
won't.
question then: what has been the thing that's had the most impact on you? If you can list something, like,
What do you mean?
like, what has been the biggest thing that's brought you to this place, I guess, for this moment for this transformation, I guess, is kind of what you're describing, right?
Oh, wow. I mean,
It's
it's so
not
funny
one thing.
because not only was it sort of unconscious, like, I haven't really thought about it until now, you know, really now I'm sitting here thinking about it. This is sort of the first moment that